At 2:43 in the morning, I was standing outside the guest house. My bag was on the ground. The engine of my car was still running. All the lights in the building were on. And I understood something very clearly. If I stayed one more minute, whatever this place wanted from me, I wouldn't get to leave on my own terms. I didn't know who ran the guest house. I didn't know where the people were, and no one, not once, had spoken to me since I arrived. This is how I ended up here. Earlier that day, I started the trip alone. That was the plan from the beginning. No schedule, no rush, just a few days in the mountains to clear my head. The drive was calm, long curves, cold air coming through the window. The kind of silence that feels good, not empty. By late afternoon, clouds rolled in. The road narrowed. Shops became fewer. I reached the hill town just as the sun was fading. Most places were closing. A few lights were still on, but it felt like the day had already ended. I hadn't booked a place. In small towns, that usually isn't a problem. I drove slowly, scanning the road. That's when I saw it. A guest house. 2 floors, paint slightly faded, but clean. The lights were on, warm yellow light. It looked welcoming. I parked outside and went in. The front desk was empty. No staff, no bell sound except the one I rang. Once, twice, nothing. I waited, looked around. The register book was open. Keys were hanging neatly. A small handwritten note sat on the counter. Rooms available. No name, no phone number. I called out softly, "Hello?" My voice echoed down the hallway. Still nothing. I considered leaving, but the place looked operational, not abandoned, not neglected, so I made a decision I wouldn't question until later. I took a key. Room 7, 2nd floor. I wrote my name in the register. The last entry was from yesterday. No entries today. I paused for a second, then told myself I was overthinking. The room was ready. Clean sheets, fresh towels, water bottle on the table. It felt normal, too normal. I locked the door and unpacked, plugged my phone in to charge. No signal. I shrugged it off. Mountain areas lose network all the time. I stepped out to grab food before it got too late. When I returned, the front desk was still empty. The lights hadn't changed. The keys were still there. I ate quietly in my room. Outside, the wind picked up. Branches scraped lightly against the building. Around 11, I lay down to sleep. That's when I noticed something. There was no sound from anywhere else. No doors, no voices, no footsteps above or below. Just wind. I locked the door again, slower this time. Sometime after midnight, I awoke. Not suddenly, just awake. The hallway lights were off. They had been on earlier. I sat up and listened. Nothing. I checked my phone, 2:12 a.m. Still no signal. I opened the door and stepped into the hallway. Emergency lights glowed faintly. I walked downstairs. The front desk looked exactly the same. Lights on, register open, keys untouched. That's when I saw something I hadn't noticed before. The emergency contact numbers on the wall were scratched out. Not torn, not faded. Scratched. I stood there longer than I should have. That was the first moment I felt something real. Not fear, awareness. I told myself I would leave in the morning. As I turned back, I heard a sound above me. A door. Closing. Not loud, just enough. I froze. I waited. Nothing followed. Back in my room, I didn't turn off the light. I sat on the bed, fully dressed. Around 2:30, I needed air. That's when I stepped outside. The parking area was empty. No other cars, no movement. The guest house stood there, lit, prepared, silent. And that's when it hit me. I had been here for hours, checked in, stayed the night, and no one had spoken to me. Not a caretaker, not a receptionist, not another guest. The place was functioning without people. I picked up my bag, left the key on the counter, didn't look back inside. I drove away before sunrise. Later that day, I tried to find the guest house online. There was nothing. No listing, no photos, no reviews. Just a stretch of road I couldn't bring myself to revisit. Some places don't chase you. They don't trap you. They just stay open and wait.